Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. We'll start at the 25. So Alabama's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And, Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They have put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. He's going to try to return the punt. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. The Michigan State Spartans offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk. But what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
And he's tackled after the catch. Second down after that completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Great catch over the middle. Tackle made after the completion. Important third down play coming up. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete. And it brings up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Complete with the running back. But can he get there? He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out. So looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter. They'll stop him for a loss.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to pass. It's Maldonado. Receiver makes the grab. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Tight end makes the grab. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Going to hand it off to the back. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a 1st down. And the Spartans come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Using his legs on the scramble. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. And the Spartans have 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Sticking with the running game. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense. The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that 1st down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yards on the play. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Pass rush closing in, and it's caught. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the 1st quarter. So a serious defensive battle as we wrap up the 1st quarter. These teams pursuing a national championship. Let's take a look at the game summary so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That's caught. It's Castro. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
Hey, it's a game. You get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Back in motion now. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Sparty. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Maldonado. Quick throw to his receiver. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the right side. Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking right. This one caught. Football comes out. The defense recovers the fumble.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. We'll give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
1st down. We're going to throw the football. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. QB decides to keep it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
The Spartans will line up to boot it away. The offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch made at the 20. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They get into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So we reach the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Got him. He's sacked.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Toss it to the back, running left. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Hold it. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. And the Spartans will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the ball rolls dead.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Dropping back, it's Maldonado. Let's it fly to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He's going to take off. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. And the Spartans are in the red zone. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he finds his tight end for the catch. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer it before the break. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And that will do it for the first half here. And Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. That one hurts. Backs him up. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. 2nd down after the incompletion. And the quarterback keeps it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires this one deep middle. The ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Second down after that previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
This is the sixth play on the drive. Looking to pass here on second down. Looks like he's going to run it. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. The motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Caught near the goal line. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
And I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
They'll look to throw it on third and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start with the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He hands it to the back. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. They finally come up with their first sack of the game, do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
He's got it for a big gain. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Punt team ready to boot it away. The fair catch made at the 30-yard line. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Running back with the football. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. We've played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The Spartans will line up now. It's first and goal. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Open.
So the holding penalty in the offense backs them up 10 yards. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Quarterback drops back. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's a throwaway. It's a good call down here in the red zone on first down. It's a second and goal play for the offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's third and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. Distance will be 23 yards at chip shot. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. On first down, it's play action. He's moving out of the pocket, using his legs here. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Encroachment. Defense.
Mental mistake by the defense. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback operating an empty set. Back to throw. It's Maldonado. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama.
Man, this defensive coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
He's got it. The two-point conversion cuts the lead to 16, a two-score game. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Oh, the read option here. The quarterback keeps it. I thought he was going to get out and maybe take this downfield for big yards. The defense, very fortunate to keep him to a shorter gain.
He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
I love the toughness of this quarterback to be able to pick up some good yards like this, move the chains, keep this drive alive. His team will feed off of his energy when he makes plays like this.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quick throw testing the middle. He makes the grab. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on the football.
Just a critical error here by this offense late in the game, working with the lead. The last thing you want to see is obviously a turnover. But give credit to this defense. They got the ball back to their own offense, and now they got a real shot.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Makes a quick catch. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
To the air, it's Maldonado. Pass complete on a crosser. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back to throw again. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
There's a shot toward the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. The pass is intercepted. Not much of a return, but the pick ends a scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. He's going to put it down and run. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback looking to scramble. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They're going to run it here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They will go for it again here on fourth down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. They'll run it to the left. And the Spartans pick up enough to get a first down there. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. I'm so impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. everybody to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Nittany Lions return team not doing the offense any favors there. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better.
And the game just good enough for a first down. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
My gosh, this defense heard all week about stopping this receiver. If you're going to do anything to have a chance to win, you got to stop this guy. In the very first play of the game, first down and big yards.
They don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Nittany Lions will have to kick this away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. Coverage team brings down the returner. So Michigan State's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert 3rd and short here from the 50. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Penn State. Wow, what a play. A defensive score. And the interception taken to the house. A big 6. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give him credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. You wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Third down play here out of the shotgun. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands with a good combination of good coverage, with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
He's looking to scramble. You get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down. The Spartans look to keep this drive moving. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right, and they get him down after the completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down mark.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Brought now to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. And let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This will be the 9th play on the drive. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Extending the play now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. And the back now goes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. And they hit him just as he was.
Is incomplete.
It's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Lets it go quickly. He's got it. A fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And looking to throw now on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback escapes the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Bringing pressure. Finding space at the 20. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards. Nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down. The completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Last drive stalled. They're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They'll run it here. Spinning out of the tackle. Again, he makes it second and medium. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47. Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the move, looking deep. It's caught downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. On first and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Boy, great job on front by the Spartan defensive line. And Chris, that's one thing. We're going back to George Perlis and going to guys like Nick Saban when he was the head coach at Michigan State. Always been physical and played tenacious defensive football, led by that defensive line.
And he'll be brought down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. And it's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After the first down loss, it's second and long at 17. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackled all the way down at the 25-yard line. Suddenly, you're in great position to get points. How aggressive do you get on first and 10? And he'll set up to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's second and 13. Tries to get it to the running back. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on the completion. First and goal. An opportunity to take the lead before halftime. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans. Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete. Here's the second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And now another deep ball here. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air into the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Looking for the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Touchdown, Michigan State. This offense really clicking.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. He's got a man down the middle. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Nice play to start the drive. They're near midfield here for 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. And we're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will have to kick it away when it comes for a second punt of the game. Oh, and he shanked it. And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He pulls it in for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. He's running out of time here. He'll be taken down. There is a flag in the field. We'll see if this sack holds up. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. And the quarterback dropping back. He's hit right as he throws it. Not complete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Defense is coming after him. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening that. Spot the ball at the 22. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Boy, this is a missed opportunity for this defense. They had him at 3rd down and long. They're so consumed with thinking about defending the pass that they completely missed defending the run. The offense is able to get exactly what they wanted, able to get the leverage and blocking angles, and look at this, they got a 1st down.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. It's a QB sneak. Touchdown, Sparty. Still no answer for this offensive machine. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Final seconds in the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first two quarters of playoff football. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball-hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown.
The Nittany Lions will kick this away to begin the second half. Return begins inside the 10. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first-half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. Quick throw, the catch is made. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You'll take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. The pass rush closing in. Well, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's good.
He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. By the defense.
Now the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Now it's second down here. Press coverage now from the secondary. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he's got his man open downfield into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's a crucial response with this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments in half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
PHC is good, makes it an 11-point game, 28-17. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a 1st down. The Spartans will come to the line to run the hurry up. Now here's the toss play. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Here comes the up-tempo offense. They'll change the pre-snap look now. That's good for a 1st down near the 40.
Any team that likes to run the toss and can do it successfully means they can win the battle on the edges. When you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner, they got it done there for a very nice game.
He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Hold it.
That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. And the Spartans pick up enough for a 1st down here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
This offense just blew an opportunity to have a nice lead here in the 2nd half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Ball handed off. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the 1st down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a initial play coming up. They're going to run it. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the 1st down.
1st and goal, handoff, and the defense brings him down. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. As we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. 1st down here for this offense. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. The downfield shot is incomplete.
looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call. Looking to throw it again. Pressure is coming. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. The Spartans come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And the Spartans keep the football on the move. 1st down and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. It's a quarterback keeper, and they'll stop him after a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Lofting it toward the left sideline. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
Catch made on the left side. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
Oh, the defense blows an opportunity. You get them the 4th down, a chance to get the ball back to your offense, and instead it's a 1st down, and now this one could be over.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So,
breaks clear, end zone ahead. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. So the offense flexing her grip and stretching their lead here in the 2nd half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the 2nd half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone. They'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Secondary backed up off the ball now. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He flips it to the back across the middle.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
Fires it to the wideout. He pulls in the catch. He has 1st down yardage at the 46. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. He's
looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made on the left side. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Well, it's almost...
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. 1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And that run produces a decent gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Offense.
Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense eager to keep this drive going. They're facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, he needs you guys to step up, and this guy has delivered.
It's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of them, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 4th and 1. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Who's going to take off here? The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And here's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Yeah, he said, here's 2nd down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Fielded at the 25. And the returner is brought down as the clock runs out. That'll do it for this game. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.